November 93119, a Boeing 747-100 that was supposed to go to Eastern and the Iranian Air Force but remained with the TWA until the doomed day of July 17th, 1996. This is the story of November 93119. This aircraft started its life in Everett, Washington in the year 1971 and was line number 153, and it took its first flight on the 18th of August 1971. But at the time the aircraft was not destined for Transworld Airways, it was actually destined for Eastern Airlines, and it wasn't even the same registration we know it as now. It was actually November 7404 Quebec. But Eastern Airlines never took up the delivery of this Boeing 747, so it was re-registered as November 93119 and delivered to Transworld Airways on the 27th of October 1971. And on the 15th of December 1975, it was given back to Boeing to go to the Iranian Air Force. But the Iranian Air Force never took up the jet, and about a year later, on the 16th of December 1976, it then went back to Transworld Airways and remained there. And since the aircraft was delivered to TWA in 1971, it accumulated over 93,303 flight hours. And like that, the aircraft pretty much operated flawlessly up until July 17th, 1996. November 93119 was supposed to operate TWA Flight 800 from New York's JFK Airport to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport, and the aircraft was carrying 212 passengers and 18 crew members on board. But the aircraft was suffering a delay due to something to do with a no-show of a passenger and the bag still being on board, but somehow the passenger was still on board and the plane then left at around 8:30. But as the aircraft passed 13,000 feet, an explosion ripped through the plane, sending the front part of the plane with the cockpit careering off into the ocean. The rear of the plane then climbing upwards for another and remaining in flight for another few minutes before it too crashed into the water, and also breaking up on the way down to the ocean. The aircraft crashed just off the coast of Long Island, killing all 230 passengers and crew on board. An investigation was launched into the crash. Now, many people thought the US military mistakenly shot down TWA Flight 800, but this was not the case, as the NTSB did later say that this was not the case, as it was just the fact of the aircraft breaking up mid-flight. And the real reason for November 93119's crash was due to a hot wiring, which spread into the fuel tank, causing an explosion of the centre fuel tank. So it was safe to say that it was a very sad demise for November 93119. Even though it was a sad demise, this aircraft will remain in our memories. I hope you did enjoy the story on November 93119. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!